Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Derek Ledwich from Strive Fitness and Performance. Today's Mindset Monday is all about perspective is everything. All right. So right now, everyone it has sort of went through about a 2 to 3 week span of it's a massive sprint of trying to figure out what your new normal is with your life. For us here, we went completely online. We basically had to create a new business plan in about a week and a half. All right. And so it was a massive sprint. And then now all of a sudden we're in a lull. So now we're just getting into, hey, what is the new normal? And so now all of a sudden you sort of have to get rid of that, what is going on right now. Right now, we still want to grow. All right. So that's what we're talking about right now. How are you growing with all this stuff going around? Because there is still room for growth. And I'll sort of explain what I mean by that. Most people are seeing struggles right now. They're seeing hardships, unemployment, working from home, the schools being closed for the rest of the year. No, so now you have to worry about homeschooling. All this stuff is constant struggles, constant hardships. But how are you going to grow? Right? And you sort of have to think about that when it goes into like results. Most people are trying to generally, lose weight, especially people that are talking to us. Okay. But what you want to think about it is we're pretty much living in a 24/7 weekend. What I mean by that is, weekends are usually the hard part, or, working with all your kids' schedules, stuff like that is the hard part. I don't have enough time. I don't want to meal prep. I eat out too much, stuff like that, right? Or on the weekends, because you're snacking, you're home, it's a different routine. And so right now you're sort of living in that. So how are you going to make that into a positive later on? And I'll sort of explain that of the routine. An example would be us right now. Okay. We had to go completely online. I could be freaking out about it, and a little bit I was. But now it's sort of not just about trying to do it for the sake of doing it or trying to do it out of necessity. Now it's all about how am I going to use that to become better? So now it's doing other different stuff, going on Facebook Live and doing a buttload of Facebook Live videos because I have to. It's how we're reaching out to it. Our community is growing greatly. Okay, it's becoming a lot more connected, and it's making us a lot stronger. So now when we end, we're going to be hugely stronger as a community because now when we see each other, it means a lot more as opposed to just, seeing each other at the gym. So it's find that connection. And on top of that, now all of a sudden we're building an online presence as well, which is now going to be making our business even stronger at the end. Okay, so that is how we are growing. Okay, it's not just about doing it for the sake of doing it. It's now I'm going to become better after we're done here. So with you guys, an easier way to do this is how are you growing? How are you going to be stronger later on when you can go back to the quote unquote new normal? Easiest way is, hey, we're on the weekends of 24/7 right now. Okay. So what was your struggles before? Was it you were constantly snacking? Well, right now you're home all the time. So snacking is probably going to be an issue. So how are you going to defeat that right now? Make that your step. And now all of a sudden, if you handle it right now when the chips are down, next time when you're able to do all this stuff, you can handle that because you already have those tools. If meal prepping is the issue, well, you have to meal prep right now, unless you're going to go out and take out every single time, but it's all the stuff right there. So how are you going to make it a little bit better? How are you going to put the skills in place right there? Maybe now it's the time, you have to do all this stuff with your kids. Well, you had to do it before. So what are you doing right now to create your routine that makes you have control? Because if you haven't done that yet, you need to do it pretty damn quick. Okay. So what is your new routine? If it's all those things, really take a thought process during this week and really pay attention to what are the things that usually you struggle with when you're trying to lose weight or get the results. All right. Because you can't depend on the workout. You can't depend on going to the workout class because you have to do it at home right now. So you can't really depend on that, which most people do. So what are you going to do right now to make yourself stronger? Because you have to right now. What are you going to do to become stronger. So when you don't have to, you already have those skills. So start thinking about that this week. We'll talk about some tactics later on. And if you do have a tactic, or if you want help forming that routine, comment below, message us. We're starting a new 6-week like habit-based forming where we're going to go through that whole process of creating a routine. If you want in, message us as well. Okay, we're here to help, but make sure you are growing during this time, because I guarantee you not everyone is.